मैथ्स केमिस्ट्री कोचिंग जाएगा कि आईपी पढ़ेगा. You may get this problem. Am I right? But please convey them this. In future, in CBSE, in place of physics, IP or computer science, we are going to give one more option. Number one. Number two, whether the student is opted civil engineering in the first year of engineering colleges, maybe a civil or electrical, mechanical, whatever the stream is there, he has to do C++. You will accept? It's the mandatory. You can't escape. When I am giving that input in 2 years before, why can't you use it? Like this, please encourage the students. So, in these 2 days, whatever I am discussing with you, whatever we are discussing both, please keep this in the mind, how to inject this concept in the minds of students. We can manage. As a teachers, we can manage. A student had asked the question, sir, action form before that, why you are written white? Can you expect? What do you mean by AWT? ऐसे ही आता है, आप लिख लेना.
The management committee. I personally feel that this program was late because CBSE was not getting the right person. Chandrashekhar sir consented very late. And the reason for Chandrashekhar sir's consent is when I taught him at DPS Bhopal, he felt कि when Abhishek can teach, तो फिर मुझे तो आता है. So that was the reason. Anyway, welcome here. Apart from the curriculum we are going to discuss in detail, let me discuss few of the social issues. With the advent of internet, with the advent of technology, and as my PhD is based on a topic, crime pattern detection using data mining, I work closely with the police headquarters of Bhopal in solving few of the cases of hacking, cracking, uploading unwanted profiles on social networking sites and all that. Be careful. The children we teach, the children we have at home are much ahead of you and me. They can teach you and me in minutes. I have seen the students planting the password copying software of the school systems. I have seen a fellow running just 2 words format C by the time you just turned your back after solving his problem. I have seen the students, they ask a problem to you, by the time you are standing and reading the lines, automatically the monitor switches off. Sir, पता नहीं ऐसा ही होता. I said just get up and keep your legs away from that switch there down the system. They play pranks on you. Using computers or without using computers, they call you for watching a problem. While the time you are analyzing, your mind is diverted there. Down the screen, they just put their shoe on a switch to switch off the monitor. Fine, they have the energy, it has to be challenged.
At least 10, 2 marks for 25 SQL queries based on one solution of at least 2 simple problems incorporating Java application and database connectivity. So at least 2 programs should be there in a practical file containing Java and database connectivity. Apart from the project file, this should be in a practical file. And then you have a project work. Students in a group of 2, maximum 3, are required to work collectively to develop a project, much similar to Visual Basic and Oracle. You have to submit a project there. 3 plus 2 marks. 3 marks for Java programming in a project and 2 marks for that database development. Database must be using primary key and foreign key concepts, joins and such. Try to incorporate the best possible. Thank you. Then we have Viva. 1 marks for the fundamentals, network concepts and all that. 2 marks for Java. 2 marks for database connectivity. It is not mentioned there that project Viva is there. So we can include, if you wish, project file project file, as I assume, contains 3 marks for the project file and 2 for project viva. I don't have a clear specification. I will send the mail, but I haven't got the response as yet. Let us take it our way. If I happen to get this, your email IDs will be with me. I'll try to shoot just one line to you. What is the bifurcation? The references are given there. What I feel, I don't know I must comment on this or not, but since we are facing problems, whatever books are available in the market, I feel are written in a hurry. 40% of the programs are not running properly. They either have a mistake or they have a complete lost section of a programming. It is there. CBSE has provided us with much of the material. IP स्टडी मटेरियल नाम का एक फोल्डर आपको मिलेगा जिसमें सारे नोट्स हैं, हैंडआउट्स हैं जो हमें CBSE ने दिए हुए हैं. So they can be utilized. They are scanned as PDF formats. So we will provide that to you. Utilize that one. Try to take the material today itself. Try to use the material here. And feel free to extend anything. We are ready to cater you the best. This completes all these things. One website you can see is www.3c.org. This website provides ample material for Java programming, little of NetBeans, and the best of HTML and XML. Okay. One more website you can note down if you wish, www.exforSYS, वो इसमें mentioned नहीं है, sorry. www. It is a short form of example for system. This is the website. It can offer you ample material related to any of the topic, XML, Oracle, PL, SQL, MySQL, Java, in easy to understand format. Notes are as such that you can directly download and you can use that for slideshows or text files. Shall I shut this down? So you have the references. For IT applications, you can get the reference here. For e-business and e-learning. This you will be copied in a DVD, so you will get all the references ready to use. Even if you don't note down, it's not a problem. Fine. Any queries or questions, please extend. Practical I can suggest you, request you is try to make your students write the programs in a copy apart from the practicals. Do your homework beforehand. Things were pretty easy in Visual Basic and same things are pretty tough in Java. Again, if a student has not seen Visual Basic, you can teach him NetBeans. But if he has worked for 2 months in Visual Basic, making him ride from a AC bus to a bullock cart takes a lot of pain. But again, develop the mentality that you are programming in C++, with the interface of Visual Basic, which you feel problematic. We have discussed there. Chandrashekhar sir has created some of the tips and tricks to help you work with Java easily. Can we have the introduction session for the teachers, please? Database installation, introduction के बाद we can go for it. Or shall we start with the हाँ sir. Fine sir. Fine sir. Sorry for the change schedule, but it is for better. We are not working classes. So you can set up safe. This all the setups given by CBSE. NetBeans version is 6.5. CBSE suggests to use 6.5 or later. 6.7 is also available in NetBeans. We simply click on. We accept everything when it comes to licensing term. The folder which it is used to putting the things for installation. One practical problem we all are facing. Systems are down half the time. Why? Virus problems. And even if there is not a virus problem and we are not in a mood to work, it is a virus problem. Because we are the most resourceful person in the world. Car not starting, system not working, email not sending, printer not working, typewriter not working. We are the ones. So I found out a way. सर Java syllabus में आ गया, बहुत पढ़ना पड़ रहा है, आधे घंटे बाद आओ. अच्छा आप रहते तो किसी और से पूछते. So you have a better side also. For this installation, what I personally have done in my systems is there is a software called Deep Freeze. You can prepare your system with all the installations in C drive and use the Deep Freeze to lock that drive. Now no more changes. Wanted, unwanted, virus, installation, file saving can be done on Deep Freeze. Do it all on DEF drives. Advantage, if you have to format the system, you have to format DEF drive. C is completely locked against any of the virus, email, anything. So at least your system is not down. Your speed is not slow. Your files are not corrupted. Half the time you have to be doing this only. So put all the installation, put a deep freeze. Now whenever you have to make any changes, new installation, it has to be unlocked using a password. Install that again, lock immediately. लगाने दीजिए बच्चों को पेन ड्राइव, DVD, CD जो कुछ उन्हें लगाता है. You cannot stop them. और अब तो बच्चे च्युइंगम लगाते हैं सिस्टम में. ठीक है, आप ये नहीं कर रहे हो तो ये लो च्युइंगम. What can you do? You cannot. So it is a technology against the technology, nothing else. You can install the particular Java bean as client as well as client server, means standalone or client server. It is not for our purpose, it is for group programming, that 20 programmers are working on a single project, sitting on their system, they can combine all the programming on the server. It can be used, otherwise if you don't wish, simply leave this one. Click on next. You can provide the username for all these things, administrator username, admin password, change them here only. Otherwise, once you have installed with an unknown password, it is definitely going to create problem. In MySQL you have faced. एक बार आपने इंस्टॉलेशन किया, पासवर्ड मांगा, आपने दे दिया, हो गया. जब आप पासवर्ड भूल गए तो सीधी सी बात है कि दोबारा इंस्टॉल करो. जब आप दोबारा इंस्टॉल करोगे तो भी वो पुराना पासवर्ड मांगेगा अनइंस्टॉलेशन के बाद भी. जब तक आप पुराना पासवर्ड नहीं दोगे तब तक वो नया पासवर्ड इंस्टॉलेशन करेगा ही नहीं. सिंपल सी चीज है. सो ट्राई टू कीप द पासवर्ड्स रिमेंबर्ड बाय. On this system, I am giving the password as admin itself. Let it be administrator. To shift Java programs from one system to another, you just have to copy the whole folder. So if you have made a new project in C drive, Amit folder, copy the entire folder from here to a new system, start NetBeans, file, open, select the folder, it will open up. Don't try to do it from file save as, because like VB, for one project in Java, 100 files may be saved. Even if you don't copy one file, your project is not going to work. So try to go to My Computer, Drives, and copy a complete folder from there. In the meanwhile, if we can have this filled up with your contact information, please. If you wish to register to NetBeans from their websites and all,
It is of your choice. This finishes the installation of Java NetBeans, Java or which visual or window-based programming given to it. So it is given the name Java NetBeans. So you have the IDE installed here. Come to the installation 5.0 or later. This one is 5.1. Client and server, utilizing much of the resources and making the speed slow. So if you have a networking and you want this server on one system, clients on many systems, then try to do it complete. Otherwise, try to make it typical for faster processing and limited resources. Both of them need to have 512 MB of RAM. Choose the installation for your systems to work fast. It is recommended that C drive should have at least 2 GB of memory empty. So if you try to put 2 GB of hard disk empty in C drive, then only these things will work pretty clear. Even for accessing your internet, it must be there. Completes the installation and asks you to configure the MySQL server. या तो मैं सिस्टम फॉर्मेट करूँ, which I am not ready to do. So try to install this as Windows service. When you install this as Windows service, using the task manager, you can stop the process. I am working on this one कि how to get a password जो हम भूल चुके हैं वो आप कैसे रीसेट कर सकते हैं. उसके लिए I have read some of the content, but I haven't worked on them. I definitely complete that within 2 days. उसमें जो मैंने पढ़ा है वो ये कहता है कि विंडोज सर्विस के तौर पे सर्वर को आप शट डाउन करो, तब वो प्रोसेस आगे चलेगा. सो ट्राई टू इंस्टॉल कंट्रोल और डिलीट. यू कैन किल एनी ऑफ द प्रोसेस, सो यू कैन किल दिस वन ऑल्सो. इंक्लूड bin directory. You know in Oracle also that all the installation data it used to keep in the bin directory. Can it be accessed from Windows command prompt? If ticked, yes. Okay. Launch the MySQL server automatically. If you tick this one, as our database will be loaded automatically. आपके सिस्टम DPS Indore. Create an anonymous account means without giving the password, can you log in into this account like a guest user in Windows XP? It will be without the password, you can use the database. Try to keep this one on because root is basically the admin one, controlling all the functionality. और इस साल तो ठीक है, अगले साल तक आपके और मेरे यहाँ के बच्चे सीख जाएंगे कि एडमिन का पासवर्ड चेंज करके सिस्टम को कैसे बर्बाद किया जाए. So you will be again removing deep freeze, uninstalling the software, installing that again. Third day again the password is changed. So two of the things we have, that is Java and NetBeans installation. Second is MySQL server installation. Third one is a jar file. You need a driver in between the Java and SQL.
In Oracle and Visual Basic Connectivity, we used to create the ODBC drivers. Same type of jar file is there for driver connecting MySQL and this one. We have created two of the examples for database connectivity and NetBeans. One example is provided by CBSE, so it contains the setup. और ये जो आपकी jar file है, zip file है, इसमें वो jar file है जो CBSE examples के साथ काम करेगी. One we have developed personally that uses separate driver, वो उसके folder पे आपको मिल जाएगा. So we'll name them as database connectivity driver for CBSE project and database connectivity driver for, let it be search name project. Firewall is the name on the system.
क्या कर दो दोनों पासपोर्ट अलग है जी खाना ऊपर वो नानी ने तो मुझे मारा हो गया ठीक है ठीक है ठीक है तो इसको तो देख के मज़ा आ गया सुन कर बड़ा सब तो जल्दी वो माना है ये टेलीफोटो से ये आएगा मतलब तो ऐसे करेगा तो आ जाएगा क्योंकि ये चलेगा दिख रहा है सर तो डबल है तो बस नोट करते चलिए थोड़ा दिखा हाँ जल्दी खा लो हेलो
Computer science will shift to IP. Definitely yes. So you have the cloud from C++ to IP. But what will happen to C++? Definitely it's going to lose the number of students. What about the commerce and the mediocre students? CBSE also offers one course that is multimedia and web designing. Today or tomorrow you will be forced to implement that in your school for your commerce and mediocre students. So make it your strategy from next year. It is my personal view again, not from CBSE, to keep the mediocre and the commerce students towards multimedia and web designing, containing all the Adobe, Photoshop, Flash, animation and all these things, and the deserving students. Again, it depends on your own confidence, whom you can take and whom would you like to request. Please. ऐसा ना हो कि अगले साल आप यहाँ रह जाओ और मुझे वहाँ जाना पड़ जाए. As such. Fine.
Because they are commerce students, not allowed. Because we have that instance also. If we allow them also, it will be a tickets का problem.
नहीं, what we have taken is optional subject to have the periods.
It's an optional subject. See, either you can take medical marketing student or you can take the commerce student. The periods cannot be same.
Yes, but I understand. First thing, whether it is CS or IP, both are not confined to any of the purposes. Anyone can opt any of the subject, out of field. 065, 083 or 067. Anyone can opt anything. Our school result target problems. If I are given a C++ to the commerce student, my result will go down. So commerce students are not fit for the CS. So we are given the
IP.
Because timetable problem.
And second thing is, I'm accepting timetable problem.
Yes.
So in my school, I have maximum students are in IP and commerce students in C++. You see, what I am telling is ultimately I have a target of he should get good marks. Whether you is a brilliant student or supplementary student, whatever is there. So these are all local problems because we are setting the targets of results. We measure everything in terms of results. And one thing we would like to tell, now there is a big question mark in front of us is a math stream student from next session, in a class 11, what you are going to recommend, C++ or Java?
Yeah.
And a commerce student, so far we are giving the IP, are you ready to give the IP next year? If you are ready to give the IP for that means, so far we are defining commerce is not that much and we are giving the low level subject for IP. Now he is in the advanced topics and a student who are max according to us is IITians and they are opting C++. Now the big question mark is from next year onwards we are bound to introduce the Java in national students also. Otherwise, commerce students are far better than maximum students. Monday student will ask, but after the C++ after Java क्या आ गया? Tomorrow ultimately how to learn Java? वो चीज़ आप मेरे को पहले से करें. That next year this problem will come. Please keep in mind. Are you ready to recommend the IP?
I want to say about this, sir. Actually, there was Visual Studio 6.0. We could have introduced .NET, which is Microsoft.
But again, it's a license problem.
License problem? Sir, so far Microsoft monopoly is going on. And we are following so far all the packages of Microsoft. And this is the first time we are shifted to Sun. Whether it is Sun Java or Sun MySQL, whatever is it. Why? Because free from license and registry problems.
This is only the reason for shifting.
Yes, sir. And second thing is when you are getting the same effects of VB in Java.
.NET is also very good programming that time.
It is. I also myself to a generation who can change the channel using a remote. I don't like going to a room and adjusting my antenna. I compare to local technologies, Microsoft and open source this way. But again, all those who are sitting here belong to class cities with much of the development infrastructure. Even if it is implemented as license fees, schools can afford reducing the systems from 100 to 40, they can do it. But 90% of the students again in CBSE belong to much of the C and lower class sectors. Again, they don't have the infrastructure in terms of computers. They don't have the infrastructure in terms of electricity. How can they survive?
करना पड़ता है तो अपन
we all are facing this problem. A student who failed twice, thrice, 10 times in physics is ready to go to the field of IIT. A student who has failed in first term in IP immediately ready to change the and encouraged by the parents. कौन जाएगा? मेरा लड़का फेल हो गया फर्स्ट टर्म में, सोचिए openings are readily available. Openings are readily available. ये नहीं तो ये नहीं तो I asked the one student like that, you are from physics, why you are not changing this comment? You know, sir, I hate it. This you are confident 3 times after failing 3 times. It is very good. But only first time, I
Even parents teacher forum, we have got a selection. सर 12 साल बच्चे ने आर्ट्स, स्पोर्ट्स, ब्रेक सब कर लिया है. अब आप उस पर दया करो. आप उसको 3 घंटे के लिए स्कूल बुलाओ. 11 बजे आप उसको वापस भेज दो. उसको सिर्फ कंपलसरी सब्जेक्ट में अटेंशन देने दो. मेरे दिन में 4 घंटे से टीच को
So much pressure is being laid using a coaching. We are looking from our own perspective. IP, computer science, multimedia and web designing, my job, my result. Imagine a situation where a student is sitting in a class, one teacher enters, open your book for maths, blah blah blah, 40 minutes change, they hardly get 2 minutes to shout, dance, re-achieve their energy. Again a next teacher comes, make students stand in a corner, all talking, two of them are sent to note down the attendance on behalf of a teacher. This is what we are doing. Am I wrong? One of the teachers is there with me, she used to work with me. Her daughter was in class 3rd. Or second, used to first in the class. In the class, not in a section. Mama, अगले साल से मेरे क्लास में पूरा सेक्शन में भी फर्स्ट नहीं। जो बच्चे फर्स्ट आते हैं और उनसे बहुत सारी अटेंडेंस का काम करवाते हैं, उनको एक ड्यूटी के लिए डोंट हैव टू गेट अ लाइफ। मामा मैं फर्स्ट नहीं आऊंगी, मैं सेकंड हूं। मैंने कहा यस हर शी हैज द करेज टू गेट डिफीटेड और हर सेल्फ विन knows how to win। मैंने कहा सिंपल का आसान था। और आप एक चीज ज्यादा आसान है गाँव के पास मेरे फादर को कंप्यूटर बेटा मुझे क्या देता off the track discussion.